This is Clone Division 7 and welcome to my action figure review. Today I'll be looking at this figure. It's a Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Series number 5 Wolverine. Now I know this figure is already out for a little while, but mine's got delayed and I just received him like 3 days ago. So let's get on with the review and have a look at the package first. Now looking at the front side, there's a big window that shows you the figure that you're gonna get, which is really cool. To the side of it you can see cool pictures of Wolverine. There's a lot of comic graphics and decos going around the box, so it looks really cool too. Yeah, it looks really fancy. Looking at the sides of it, there's another cool graphics of the figure itself. You got the Amazing Yamaguchi brand, you got the X-Men title, get the Wolverine, there's pictures of Wolverines too. Looking at the back, there's a lot of promotional pictures and again lots of decos going there. You got some pictures of Wolverine on his promotional shots. You got the accessories that you're gonna get. Some Japanese written letters. It's written in kanji, hiragana, and some katakana. I can translate it, but it's gonna take a lot of time to translate it, so I'm gonna skip the whole translating thing. Looking at the other side, there's another cool picture of Wolverine, which is really cool. That's all about the box, and let's get this guy out of the package and see how it looks like. Just a quick notice before I really get into the figure. Once you get him outside of the box, you can see there's there's a lot of plastic bits that's covering his body. So after you take him out of the box, you're gonna have to take this plastic off of him. If you can see, let me get close to it. Hang on. There we go. You can see there's some plastics sticking around his body, so you're gonna have to take this plastic off before you can really fiddling with this figure. It's pretty easy to take it off. You just need to rip it, take it off like that. But you can also remove the parts that it's stuck with and pops it back in like that. I'm gonna do a time lapse on this guy, or maybe just do a 5 seconds later, because yeah, this is gonna take a while to take off this plastic.
A few moments later.
Here he is out of the package, and first impression, this is a very bulky figure and very stylized, just like the Revoltech Deadpool and Spider-Man. It's not really proportion if we're talking about proportion, because yeah, this is Revoltech. They're bound to stylize their characters. If you're looking for a much human proportionate figure, I'd say yeah, you better look at Marvel Legends instead of this guy. Now, looking at the paint, it looks nice. I really like it. The yellow and the blue parts is right. Though I do have some gripes about it. Here, let me show you. Now, as you can see, there's a tiny bit of yellow that bleeds out to his blue parts. I don't know if that's a factory problem or it's just the paint that suddenly bleeds out. I don't know what's going on there. There's also pieces of yellow on his blue parts right here. Again, this could be factory issues, or maybe the paint on the blue parts suddenly recedes, showing the yellow parts on that. I don't know what happens. Yeah, overall it looks good. I like it. It's just a little disappointed because of the little mistakes at the paint right there. But overall, yeah, the paint looks nice. I like it. I really like it. Going over at the articulation, this guy has, yeah, I guess I could say that he have a lot of articulation, and the articulation works really amazing too. Well, because this is Revoltech, you expect them to work amazing. And yeah, if you wanted to pose this guy in a lot of dynamic action pose, you can really do it, you know. Anyways, let's talk a bit more closer about his articulation. Now, the articulation on his head, there's a ball-shaped hinge and swivel goes up to his head from the neck, so it goes up that far and then down, and not that far, but really nice. And then there's some swivel movement, really good. The neck also works the same as his head, which is, yeah, really helps it when you wanted to do some action pose. It can goes back or goes up like that, or goes down like that. Really cool. Looking at the torso, there's a clicking or ratchet joint that goes on his diaphragm, or maybe ab. I don't know. It works like an ab crunch, but it has the classic Revoltech clicking joints. He can go that far down. You can force it to go a little bit further, but I don't really recommend it because it could damage his joints. And then he can goes back. Not that much, but yeah, it's really nice. Now, this part right here, I guess this is his butterfly joints, but it works kind of weird. It doesn't feel like your usual kind of butterfly joints, because the way it moves downward and upwards, but it gives you the feel that it moves inwards towards his, front area, and then backwards towards the back area, which, let me show you. Goes down like that, which means you got a lot of front movement like that, and then it goes back or up. A lot more range to go to the back. See? Now his shoulders works on a dumbbell joint, a double ball shape hinge, so it can go that far up, which is really nice. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that far up, really nice. Hang on, let me adjust the camera first. Alright, this one. That far up, really good. The shoulder pads, it works on a ball joint, I guess. Yeah, I guess it is a ball joint, and it helps you when you want to hide his joints with his shoulder pad. So yeah, it helps you, but not that much, because you can see there's still a separate piece right here. It's like his shoulder detached from his body. You can't really see there's an armpit going on down there, which is, yeah, it's good, but it's still kind of weird, or sucks. Now the elbow is a dumbbell joint too, but it's not a double ball shape hinge that works on his elbow. It's a single ball shape hinge, continued by a normal ball joint in there. It's not a ball shape hinge, it's just a ball joint that goes in there. You can go up that far from the hinge, then it can go a bit further because of the ball joint. And of course, there are some swivel movement which is rotating his forearms. I think you can rotate on the inner towards his bicep, but oh yeah, it is moving towards his bicep. So both of this and this is rotatable. The wrist works on a ball-shaped hinge and a swivel. Let me focus it. So we got hinge and then swivels around, and of course you can swivel the inner parts, but it's a bit tough. It's a bit tough, and I'm afraid of breaking this guy, so yeah, I can't really show it well to you guys. See? It moves. Yeah, it moves. It's just a bit tough to move it. There you go. Come on, go back. Alright. Where are we? Oh yeah, his arms. The other side goes or works the same way too, so yeah, I'm not gonna do both arms. The waist joints, I can't really see well what's going on over here at his waist, but it gives you swivel movement. Can turn. And don't worry about his belt, it's a separate piece, so it's not gonna hinder its movement, and it helps you hiding the joints on his hips. Now going over at the hips, there's a ball joint going down here, so you can move forward like that. Pretty nice. And then it goes back like that. It's not much of a back movement, it's more like a side movements. And there's also a thigh cut right here, so you can swivel his thighs around. Really cool. A single swivel joints on his knee, but covers up a lot of movement. That far, that's more than 90 degrees, and it's really amazing for a single swivel. There's a ball joint on his boot right here, so it can turn. It can do a little bit of a tilt, like so. Not just tilting to the sides, but also tilt to the front and the back. And then his feet, or rather his ankle, it works the same way as his elbow. There's a dumbbell joints in here, but instead of a double ball-shaped hinge, it's a single ball-shaped hinge that goes with, I guess it's a ball shape. No, not ball shape, ball joints. It's a bit hard to show it to you guys, but there's a ball joint going to his feet. So yeah, it works just like his elbows. There's a swivel movement on the ankle. There's a hinge. Really nice. And then there's a ball joint that allows his feet to do some pivot. Yeah, it's a bit tough. Yeah, it works nice. And then there's the good old toe joints. That works really well. Looking at the accessories, he comes with two interchangeable heads. One with the pissed off looking face, and the other is the screaming face. For hands, he comes with a pair of holding hands, another pair of open split hands, a single cigarette holding hands, which misses its cigarettes because this figure doesn't come with his cigar apparently. A pair of his claws, which is obviously Wolverine needs it. 3 Revoltech spare joints, 1 slashing part effects, and the standard Revoltech display stand. Hands are pretty easy to do. You just need to pop off his hand like that, and then pop in the hands that you wanted to use. For example, like this one. Let me focus it a little bit. Hold on. There you go. Pops it in. Just like that. There you go. Putting on his claws is pretty easy to do too, but first you need to remove, come on, focus. You need to remove this tiny piece right here first before you can put on his claws. So you pop off the tiny piece like this. It's off now, and you can see there's a hole for the peg of the claws right there. So take his claws, you can see the peg, just place it on the hole like that. And the same goes for the other side too. It is also the same as changing his hands and claws. You just need to pop it off like that. But after you pop off his head, don't forget to take this little underhead piece. Let me show you. Now this thing goes under his head down there. This thing is really important, so don't forget to take it off and put it on the other head that you wanted to use. And try not to lose this little piece because it really helps hiding the joints on his head. Anyways, you take the other head that you wanted to use, and then place this little cup, here, and you just pop it in. It's a little tough, I give it, but yeah, there you go. Yeah. Once it's in, it'll stuck there for a long time. It won't fall off easily like that. So yeah, it's stuck there really tight, but not too much. You know, you can still swivel it around pretty easily. You get what I'm trying to say. Final thoughts. This figure is really nice. I like the stylized look. I like the range of articulation of this figure. He can do a lot of crazy dynamic action pose with it. And it works well with the Revoltech Deadpool if you already have that figure. If you guys are a fan of Wolverine and into action figure collecting, you should try and look for this guy on stores. The catch is, since this figure is a Japanese import, its price is a little bit higher than expected. Probably around $70, because I bought this guy for about 750,000 rupees. So convert it to dollar, yeah, that's probably around $70. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have some questions and thoughts, put it in the comments below. If you like this video, give that like button some love. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.